Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us.
Yeah, always exciting to jump into a new topic.
That's right, we got a really cool one today. It involves a very special bird, actually.
Oh, yeah, this one's got a great story.
Yeah, so for all you bird lovers out there, get ready because today we're going deep on the Mauritius Kestrel.
All right, the Mauritius Kestrel. Well, let's start with where this bird calls home.
Yeah, paint us a picture.
So picture this, the island of Mauritius, a tiny jewel in the Indian Ocean.
Okay, I'm picturing it lush tropical paradise, right?
Exactly. Now zoom in on the southwestern plateau of the island. You've got forests clinging to cliffs, these deep ravines carving through the landscape. It's really quite dramatic.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's where our Kestrel friend hangs out.
That's it. This is the only place in the entire world where you'll find the Mauritius kestrel or Falco punctatus for the science folks out there.
So this is a seriously rare bird, then.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what makes it even more amazing? This bird was almost wiped off the planet back in the 1970s.
Really? What happened?
Well, it was a perfect storm of threats, you know. Habitat loss was a huge problem. Deforestation just decimated their home turf.
Right, makes sense. Less forest, less space for the Kestrels.
Exactly. And then you add in all these introduced predators like rats and mongooses. They were just wreaking havoc on the kestrel population. And on top of that, pesticides, those chemicals used in agriculture, they were poisoning the birds and their food sources.
It's a miracle they survived it all.
It really is. I mean, they were down to just a handful of birds left in the wild. But luckily, conservationists stepped in and launched this incredible effort to save them.
I'm guessing that involved protecting habitat and maybe captive breeding programs?
You got it. They established protected areas, cracked down on those pesky invasive species, and yeah, they started breeding kestrels in captivity and releasing them back into the wild.
That's amazing. So how are they doing now?
The population is steadily on the rise, which is such a testament to the hard work of those dedicated conservationists. It just goes to show you what we can achieve when we put our minds to it.
It's a real beacon of hope, isn't it? Okay, so we know the Mauritius kestrel is rare and it's a survivor, but what about this bird itself? What's it like?
Well, picture a bird that's roughly the size of a ruler, maybe a bit bigger.
Okay, not a huge bird then.
No, but what they lack in size, they more than make up for in skill and power. I mean, these are birds of prey, after all.
Right, so what do they hunt?
Geckos, dragonflies, cicadas, even small birds. You name it, they'll snatch it right out of the air.
Wow, so these little guys are fierce predators.
Absolutely. And they're incredibly agile, too. Their rounded wings, which span almost 45 centimeters, are perfectly designed for maneuvering through those dense forests I mentioned earlier. They can make these lightning-fast turns and dives, catching their prey totally by surprise.
So they're like little feathered ninjas. I love it. Now, I read that scientists believe the Mauritius kestrel evolved millions of years ago, specifically during the Gelation or early Pleistocene periods. How do they know that?
Well, it all comes down to DNA analysis. Scientists can compare the kestrel's genetic makeup to other kestrel species found around the Indian Ocean.
And by comparing their DNA, they can figure out how long ago they branched off from a common ancestor. That's pretty incredible.
It is. It's like piecing together a family tree, but for birds.
I like that analogy. It's amazing to think that this bird has been evolving on this island for millions of years, adapting to its unique environment.
It truly is a remarkable story of evolution and resilience. And, this bird holds a special place in the hearts of the Mauritian people.
Yeah, I read that it was declared the national bird of Mauritius back in 2022.
That's right. And it couldn't be a more fitting symbol. This kestrel represents the island's incredible biodiversity, its fighting spirit, and the importance of conservation.
It's a powerful reminder that even the smallest creatures can have a huge impact.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that we all have a responsibility to protect the natural world, not just for the sake of these amazing creatures, but for ourselves as well.
Well said. I always find these deep dives so inspiring. It's amazing to learn about the hidden wonders tucked away in different corners of our planet.
Me too. And it makes you wonder what other extraordinary creatures are out there just waiting to be discovered and understood.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one to make the next big discovery.
Maybe so. The world is full of mysteries, just waiting to be unraveled.
That's a great note to end on. So for all you listeners out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep your eyes peeled for the wonders of the natural world. Until next time.
See you then.